Rightio, punk rockers, we've got another new whip from the shredders at Transition Bikes. When we sort of got our hands on this thing, like initially we were pretty impressed. Like, I mean, even just looking at this bike, it's sort of got all the characteristics of their big travel bikes, but yet in a 120mm sort of XC all day sort of trail bike, you know. So initially when we got it, we thought it was pretty cool, where it's got full carbon rear end, full carbon front end, and it's got a carbon rocker link which actuates the rear shock. Rear shock's the new SID shock from RockShox, with the new SID RockShox fork up front. 120 up front, as I said, 120 in the back. What you might notice about this bike is it's actually missing pivot point in the rear sort of swing arm, which other bikes, longer travel bikes, run. What they've done is they've sort of designed this bike to have a few millimeters of flex in the rear end, which isn't uncommon with short travel bikes. And when you think about it, you're only going to have a bearing which is only going to actuate a couple of millimeters. So there was no real point in sort of that extra weight and extra maintenance in something that's really not going to work. Enough flex in that rear end's going to work enough to keep that rear end active and active under braking. With these aggressive angles that Transition run and suspension platform, it's what they call their Giddy up suspension design, and all the aggressive angles is what they refer to as their SBG technology, or stands for speed balance geometry. What they mean by that is they create a bike that pedals really well, yet still handles really well, but still probably maintains all the sort of fun, playful characteristics Transition bikes have sort of built a reputation for having. Some of the cool stuff that this bike you can obviously see is it's like really nice, long, low, slack, sleek designs. The sort of front top tube integrates into the rear triangle. 29-inch wheels, anvil bars, race face stem, G2 SRAM brakes, so plenty of stopping power for like a very small, lightweight bike. The new GX build, stands hoops, stands hubs. So one couple of numbers we probably want to run past is this comes with like a dropper, which a lot of XC style bikes don't have. It also comes with 800mm wide bars, and a 66-degree head angle and a 75.9-degree seat tube angle. When you look at this thing, you think, well, it's not really an XC bike, and you know, it's not really a trail bike. It sort of stands alone as its own bike in the market, and that's exactly what Transition have designed it to be. It's a standalone bike. It's sort of the type of bike you can go right all day long, but when you hit those descents you can have a hell of a lot of fun because it's pretty capable. We've had this bike for a little bit of time now. We've done some big XC laps, we've done some big trail missions on it, and we've hit some pretty gnarly descents on this sucker as well. And it's safe to say that for a 120mm bike front and back, it's pretty bloody capable at actually how well this thing descends, which just highlights it's not always about the suspension travel. It's got a hell of a lot to do with the geometry of the bike, which is exactly what Transition bikes have a reputation for exploring, you know, the more extreme angles when it comes to bike design. We've done most of our testing in the Blue Mountains, which is pretty well known for super rocky, natural rough terrain. So this bike we've had stretched to its limits at times, but it's, as I said before, it's pretty capable for a short travel trail slayer. And that's about it. If you want a short travel trail slayer that's going to pedal all day long and you're going to have a hell of a lot of fun riding, get yourself Spur.